Hello, this is Steve. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of Kerbal Space Program playthrough. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Well, let's dive into it. So here we are back at the space station. End of the last episode, we did our tourist flight on the suborbital. First minor issue is that the first 2 episodes seem to have not recorded right on OBS. So we've lost all the audio. So what we'll do is we might just start this one from episode 3. Basically, nothing much has happened before here. We've just been playing through and doing all the missions. So we've got an ongoing mission for rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit. This is the mission that we should have done on the last one, but actually between the episodes I've realised that I just went for suborbital thinking that's all they wanted, but actually they want to orbit around Kerbal as well. So we've done the suborbital flight. What we need to do now is the orbital flight. You should have done this in one flight if I'd have thought about it, but as I didn't realise, it is what it is. So let's make a new ship. Parachutes, drug chutes, parachutes, plenty of parachutes. We don't want to be going too fast. Move the drug chutes, remember our stagings. And then we want our cabin. And this time we are going to want a heat shield because we're going to be going considerably faster for an orbital flight. Couple of... We've got more repellent. We have got more repellent. Thinking is, do we put some RCS thrusters on? Just to try and control ourselves coming back through the atmosphere. Because last time it did go a bit haywire, didn't it? So what we'll do is we'll just do that. Just to make sure we have some control. Not going to put any science in it. One of them. One of them. That's our circularization engine and deorbit engine. Ooh, that's the big one. Solids. Yeah, let's just go solids to save ourselves some money. Basically all we want to do is do this as cheap as possible. It is business at the end of the day. We just want to make money. So, just like what we did before, but we've just got a bit more of a circularization engine on top. Dynamics. Check the thrust to weight ratio, 1.7. 0.27. Luckily by then, put the winglets on, because these are good winglets, so they're adjustable, so we can move. Make sure you have the passengers. Oh, that's locked this puppy. Put Valentina in again. Oh dear. Sorry about that. I've had a cold for the last like week. Just doesn't seem to be going away. Let's go. So we're aiming for orbit this time. You can adjust your staging on the fly like this. Make sure that you do stage when you want to stage. Not too much angle. Leave it at that for now. We'll start boosting off into what is hopefully space. Going very fast. Go again. Once we get a bit further on, you can. Mekjib will do an ascent for you and do a nice little. Don't think we haven't unlocked it actually yet. But yeah, Mekjib will do your ascent for you and make a nice little gravity turn for you. Ooh, we're getting a bit hot. I've gravity turned too much and I'm still going through the atmosphere. Just get a bit more. Oh, well, that's what happens when you get your staging wrong, folks. We can revert to launch. This is the joy of having a revert to launch button. What happened there was I seemed to stage it wrong. I want to come together. I think what happened was I didn't actually have my throttle on, and I didn't think I'd staged correctly. Do that. Let's go again. Chalk that one on up to me. My bad. Always make sure you have your throttle set to full when you set off. There is your top tip of the day. So, because we were getting really hot last time, what I'll do is I'll just try and punch through straight up. Try and spend as little time as possible in this lower atmosphere. A bit more aggressive turn at the top, let's say. I will see how that works out. So I'll just kind of cruise for a sec. A bit of speed bleed off. Go again. I'm in for about 45 degrees in the end. Make sure you hit the purple button down here, which tells you what your apogee is. Aiming for about 100 kilometers. See, now we've upgraded, we can do maneuver notes. You've got this T, time to reach. People always say that should be about a minute. Obviously mine's going up, but I'm using solid fuel, so I can't actually do anything about it. So what we'll actually do is we're just going to coast up. Get ourselves aligned up. I'll show you when we get up there. A bit. Apparently, if you keep it about a minute, then you can. Oh, actually, we're over 100 kilometers anyway, aren't we? If you chase it over a minute, you can just like it makes you a nice gravity turn essentially. Click here, add maneuver node. You know, you when your apogee and your perigee swap round, you know you're at an orbital. Kind of play orbital in an orbit, let's say. So 102, 105. So that's what we're shooting for. So this is nice. Once you can unlock your maneuver nodes, it's great because we now know that in 54 seconds we need to burn for 1 minute 35. We've got 100. We've got plenty of fuel. Should have about 200 meters of delta V left, which should give us enough to deorbit ourselves and take a bit of speed off before we come hurtling through the atmosphere, so to speak. Just time warp a bit. Ooh. Remember, you're out of the atmosphere, Steve, so you can go too fast and go flying straight past it. I've done that many times. On and go. Part of actually in Mekjib, in your maneuver planner, is you can execute next node and it'll do it automatically for you. It'll also time warp to where you want to be. So the auto warp checkbox here. So these are all the different types of. So I could have done a circularise create new mode. So what I'll do is probably on the next flight I'll start using MechJeb and showing you guys how to do it. There's your example of how to do it yourself. In the previous video, if I ever publish it, because there's no audio to it, we did a mission to the Mun where I did the maneuver node myself. Basically that's it. We're just waiting for ourselves to synchronize actually. Let's see under power. Buttons. Yes, okay. So if you just use your greater than or less than keys whilst you're accelerating, it doesn't work. It just says cannot walk faster than 1000 ships under acceleration. Whereas if you press Alt and the button, it does actually work. So I don't know. It's obviously just like are you sure you want to do this kind of message? But there is a way around it. So when you're doing like really long burns, so later on when you're going to different planets and you're using like nuclear engines and stuff like that, the burns can be like minutes at a time. And essentially that just helps by going 4 times faster. Ultimately we're not bothered. All we bother about is that we make orbit, which we haven't actually made orbit yet. Let's just go off of it. Let's go over there. Nah. Well, we're just Heath Robinson this, because we've missed. There we go, now we're in orbit. So now we've orbited everything. Cross that off. Retrograde. Time warp ourselves around to the sun. Sunny side, should I say. Should we try go for the crater again that we missed last time? Oh, again, episode 1 I think it was, if I ever publish it. Let me know guys if it feels a bit weird starting at episode 3, but I did about 3 hours of recording, probably 2 hours of recording. And OBS decided not to record any of the voiceover, so I'm gonna have to go back through and do the voiceover over the top. Just slightly annoying, but I can do that. But I'm not sure there's much point currently. What do we do actually? I was a bit worried that we didn't have enough fuel. That's fine. We have managed it. Another top tip. Joys of RCS thrusters is actually if you activate your RCS thrusters. Just why are they propelling? That's because it's just unsure why the RCS thrusters are working. But anyway, so the RCS thrusters do give you a bit of forward and back propulsion should you need that little kick. Just bring ourselves down. We're going to be nowhere near the crater again. Yeah, well, we might do what we did last time, land at KSP. We're going to be far off. Last time we were just a bit short. I think this time we're going to be just a bit long. Get to the point where we're going to hold it. Once the atmosphere starts taking hold, we'll hit the RCS just to give us a bit of adjustment, a bit of stabilising. There we go, the other thing. Going fast today, 2,300. We're definitely going to land. You can tell because we're in the minuses. So minuses mean you're definitely going to land. Let's just fight me with this. Definitely wants to be that way around, doesn't it? Whoa. We're streaking through the sky today. Trying to put the RCS thrusters on. This definitely would have flipped over by now. Really does not want to go straight. There we go, slowing down. Ooh, that took a bit of doing. Take a good chunk of the ablative out. Drop shoots. There we go, we turn the SAS off because that doesn't matter. Big parachutes. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do. So, no. We go around and change it to 500 so we don't have all day. Oh, let's point, see if we can do a crew report. No, we've done that one already. Oh, I forgot to do the top one, didn't I? It's quite funny with it all coming on at different sizes because they're just heat Robinsons. What you can actually do is you can cut. So you can actually, if you right click on it, you can cut the parachute and get rid of it. But that is obviously a one-way street. Not something we take lightly, cutting the chutes. 3 meters a second, it's going to be like landing on a pillow. You could even, well, if you're on the moon or something, you could just use the RCS thrusters like this. So you've got H and N. H is to go forward, N is to go backwards with your RCS. Nearly there. And there we go. Do a crew report. Any science at all? Nope, I think we're going on. This is the problem with the bions. If you don't land in the right ones. Again, there's another mod. I can't remember what it's called. It's a really good one. It's like a landing target thing. And it basically tells you where you're going to land. It's especially great if you're doing like bases on the moon or something like that. Right, so that should mean that the contract is done. Yay, so explore Kerbal. So we need to rendezvous 2 vessels in Orbital. So 4 tourists. Fly by the moon, suborbital orbit, fly by the moon, suborbital orbit, fly by the moon. It's 3 by the moon, that's too many people. Well, they're paying a good chunk of cheddar, but... Alright, let's just do... So I think we probably should do... This is quite a nice little base, this. So if we take that bottom off, so this is what you can do, you can explain this. So if you see, like, that's only the side boost is highlighted there. So that would only select that, and likewise the fin. But obviously if you select that, then you take the whole trunk. So you can kind of work it through, so like, you know, oh, this is a good start for 10, so what I'll do is I'll just take that off. Take that off. In that. Because what I want to do is I want to put the science junior in. Let's look at the size of that thing. It's 0.2 of a ton as well. Not that heavy, but it's big. Science junior, more science. Right, so we also want to do just put 2 of them in because we're not very far. Basically what I want to do is I'm going to create 2 of these and they're going to rendezvous and then I'm going to bring them back. It's probably going to be this episode. We'll close that. Slap a heat shield on the bottom. that, like that. The rest of that back on there. Oh. And then that's it. So that's going to be our let's go to space thing. Definitely need to stop the staging up. So you can do Control and Z if you do something, so remember that. Well, that's actually seems to have figured itself out. That, them two can go together. And that can go together. That drug shoots. Yeah, cool. Just is happy. Just flying. That doesn't matter because we've only got 2 pilots, so one will fly one and one will fly the other. So basically what we need to try and do is get these in a decent enough orbit. We put throttle to full, SAS. I'm going to save this for when we get into orbit because I think that will maximise the. Let's try it. So 7.5. So if you hit the recycle button, it doesn't save it, so you can use it again later. Let's go. Let's go to orbit. This one's definitely lighter, I feel. Probably not, actually. Can't remember how much that crew module weighed. I do like solid rocket boosters in the game, especially when you're trying to save money in these early days. Obviously, the more money we can save, the more we can upgrade our base and the better ships we can build, and the more money we can make. It's just very much a compounding thing. Wait a second, no. So, mech jib, anyway. Maneuver planner. So basically what we're going to do is going to get basically over 100 kilometers. I'm going to do the easy route, so what we'll do is we'll go at 45 degrees, make a nice slow gravity turn to 45 degrees. This is like the most inefficient but the easy way to do it. Well, we'll wait for the solid rocket booster to end because we're already over 100. Space that, exit that. So what basically, you go to your map, so apoapsis is always the top, so we want to circularize at the next apoapsis and we want to create a node. Perfect. So, but what I actually want to do is I don't want to be at 143 kilometers. So that's good because it automatically creates your maneuver node at the apoapsis, which is great because it's a very hard thing to guess. So periapsis, I'm aiming for about 100 kilometers here. I just like 100 kilometers as a number. And again, what you can do is you can go into. Nope, wrong button. I know. That's because I haven't got that selected. So you can go into this triad, and this is like your scale. So every time I click this, it's 1 meters per second. So you can just easily walk it in like that. There, so that's our node, 101. And then what you can do is you can execute next node. I'm not touching anything now, so this is all mech jib. This is why I love it. You go make a cup of tea. Wait whilst your ship goes into orbit. That's my dog kicking off. Sorry about that, just telling the dog off. So, yeah, so again, I've not touched anything yet. Mech jib's automatically aligned us, started our engines, and we'll do our burn for us. And as you can see, its tolerance is plus or minus 0.1 Rs meters per second. That's what it's aiming for, and we'll see how accurate it is. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can help it along by... So you can still time warp. I've never actually tried to time warp right to the end, but we'll get close, because otherwise it can take forever. There we go, 3. So it does a bit of a ramp down at the end. 2. Perfect. And there you go, 100. Oh, it's ever so slightly under on the periapsis. So what I could do now is, because I want 100 periapsis and 100 apoapsis, but my apoapsis is high, so I can change that to next periapsis, circularize, create node. So what that'll do, so it'll bring my apoapsis down as well, because basically I overshot it. And you can just hit execute next node. What I'll do whilst I'm here is I will material study. I will 25 science just for that. Remember to close the doors as well, because it likes to explode if you don't. So it's going to time warp us. See how it's already pointed us at the maneuver node. And there you go, it's doing our maneuver. See how accurate it is. 100.984, 100.952. That's pretty damn accurate. So that's it. Somebody's alarm is going off down the street. The dog has taken offence to it. So let's just open the doors. Just ignore the dog barking in the background, everybody. Sorry. So we're not over a biome. Because the biome is just in space near Kerbal, so I believe we've done all this. Oh, we can keep that mystery goat. Crew report. No, we haven't upgraded the astronaut complex yet. So that's it. So that's ship number 1. In orbit, 100 kilometers. Stable. So now we have to go to the Space Center. When it loads. We can upgrade the astronaut complex. How much does it cost? Ah, there we go, 75,000. Let's just do it. We can do EVAs then. Ship number 2. So, one thing to do here is, it's a little bit of a cheat because it's MechJeb. What can happen is, if we, instead of putting a pilot to fly the thing, we can put a scientist in. So if we take Jeb out, put the scientist in. Bob, my mate Bob. What we want to do is probably take a bit of fuel out of that. So you can take a bit of fuel out of solid rocket boosters. And probably want to just adjust the thrust as well. Let's go 80, 1.5. Yeah, let's just do that. It gets a bit hot. So I'll show you what I mean. So if I launch now. So we've got a bit of time, so what we'll have to do is we'll have to wait for it to pass over the top. Because we've got a scientist. Ooh, why is it going weird like that? I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure actually. Can you view? I think we've closed the door. Oh no, we have left enough room. So what he can do is he can conduct ministerial study. I don't know why the camera's got made. He can keep it, and then because he's a scientist, he can reset the material study. So he can collect the data, restore, and then conduct it again. keep the experiment. Reset the cell. And then put. So what scientists can do, they can do the same for mystery goo. Basically those are one-hit experiments normally. Yeah, so because we don't have a pilot, we can't engage SAS. So this is where the cheaty mech comes in. So you go smart SAS in here. And you can just do kill rotation, I believe is the right one. Basically mech will hold it. Yeah, so mech has become your ASS. So you can see it's moving there, that's not me pressing anything. So again, it's a bit of a cheat, I get that. It's not everybody's way of playing it, I get it. But it's the way I like to do it, because the early game is very, very tedious. It's a lot of flying, it's a lot of science, a lot of unlocking. It's very slow in that sense, so I don't mind doing this. It's still going a bit fast, but what we'll do is we will do that. We will conduct the material study while flying at Kerbal. Keep that experiment. I believe he can. Yeah, so that must be new. I thought you had to EVA. Oh no, because it's lost the data. That's why. So we keep experiment. So resetting alone just loses your data. Oops, I've gone too high, haven't I? Quick, back over. Yep. You know what I didn't do? I'm an idiot. Didn't actually wait to see where the other ship was in the world. I just took off. Where are we? It's like there. So it's catching up to us, so we want to be higher. So what we'll do is we will burn to 120. And then we go to McJab, we go to a maneuver planet. And when we get to 120, we're going to circularize. So basically, orbital mechanics and all that basically says that you go further, I believe. The one on the inside catches up, and the one on the outside it doesn't. So actually, I'm going to go even further. I've got loads of fuel left. Let's just go to 150. So what you could do if you really wanted to is you can put your apogee at 100 and then hope that you actually like match. But we'll go to 200 and then I'll show you how MechDub can do the. This is where MechDub really becomes its own. It's beast. Let's wait for this one to finish. Let it do its thing. So 900. So we've still got 50 meters. We've got 100 meters a second for an intercept. I might check the other ship to see which one's got more fuel. I think the other one will have more fuel in it, so it might make sense to swap to that one. Not sure how close of a rendezvous they need to be. Have two different vessels in orbit of Kerbal within visual range of each other and kill their relative velocities. Oh, so they do need to match, so there's no point flying one past. We have to kill the relative velocities. Again, we can do 100% of it hands off with MechDub, and I'll show you how to do that on this one. Again, I know it's not everybody's playstyle, but it's my playstyle, so that's fine. You're more than welcome to not install MechDub and do all this yourself, playing with the buttons for hours on end, trying to get your maneuver nodes just right, but I'd rather just click the button and have it do it for me. Go. Wait for it to finish. We're done. So, rendezvousing. So what you have to do is you have to click other ship, select as target. Then you go to your new planner. And one of these. I think you have to do. Ah, there you go. Intercept target. Bear with. There we go. That's the one. Buy impulsive home and transfer to target. So what it does is it creates a node for you, and then it changes your interception. So it's down to 0. I don't know how long. It's in 1 day and 1 hour. So it does it at the most fuel efficient time. So if we create node and execute. The other reason why I like to go up above 100 kilometers is it unlocks another notch on your fast speed up, whatever you want to call it, time warp. So you can go to 1,000. Yeah, go to 1,000. Oh, you can go 10,000. Wow, that's too fast. So I'm manually pressing it. I think MechJeb would have liked to have just been at 100, but because we're really low on fuel, I'll just do it this way. That's MechJeb slowing this down. So all that because I forgot to check when the ship was coming over and I could get it close. Yeah, so it's doing our intercept. It's fine-tuning our intercept. Again, not just anything. It's just doing its thing. The separation is going to be 0 kilometers. That's going to be great. So then the next one you want to do, if you want to match velocities with target at closest approach, create. So what it does, it creates another node there, basically to match its speed. Execute. What we'll do is we'll have a look at this from the outside. So 37.8 and we've got 66. We should have enough to deorbit ourselves. We might have to use the RCS just to deorbit, but and some aero braking, but we'll see. But we'll get our intercept first, and then we'll do a load of science. There you go. Tick. Rendezvous. My question here is how close is close? Whoa, that was very close. And there you go. And that is the power of MechJeb. It makes complicated, you know. There you go. It will also dock. I've never been one to trust the docking because the boundary boxes and stuff can be a bit complicated. So I want to collect data, restore, conduct materials today. Keep, collect, restore, when it's ready for later. We want to board. Just double check all of these are okay. Check all the other ones. That's okay. 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 And a mystery view. 10. Right. Let's deorbit. So, retrograde. again, mech jib, so we're using our scientist. We're not, so we're in target here, so orbit there. Let's check we're not going to crash. Yep. Hit our thrusters. 67. Right, so this is it. Again, the power of RCS. Let's just, so you press RCS and you just H. Smash H. Actually, if I stage that, reduce the weight. Just use these RCS. We've got quite a lot of monopropellant. Some RCS use monopropellant. Quite a lot of that. We got a good chunk of time to burn here. Again, another thing you can do is you can do your Alt and H. And just hold H. You see how it's coming down. 56, 55. And we're just going to burn until we run out. Maybe not run out. Maybe get to about here. Like, if that comes down to like 40, we should get thick enough in the atmosphere. There. We'll go with that. See if that works. What you can do, that's another thing, is you can pin these. And put them over here, for example. And then it's always there and you can do other things. And then unpin it. So if you were like really close on monopropellant and you wanted to observe it, you could do that. Test it. Retrograde. Let's re-enter. Ooh, we're going to be landing in the dark. Oh, I'm not a fan of landing in the dark. Only because you can't. Where are we? There we are. I actually see what's going on. I just like to see what's going on. Lights on. You can unlock lights that obviously illuminate everything, so should be fine. We're down below 30 now. Area braking, I'll do the rest. So we'll deorbit both these ships and then I'll end this episode. Let's see if it survives. We need to turn the RCS on. I think it should be fine. Toasty. I do like the animations in this. Oh yeah, for all you people that are like, oh yeah, Kerbal Space Program 2 is out, why are you playing Kerbal Space Program 1? Well, ooh dear. They lost it. And that's the problem with coming at 4 times speed. Basically, Kerbal Space Program 2 came out, I've got it, I can play it, but it came out into early access and then the developers stopped developing it, so it's kind of a bit of a dead game now. So a lot of people have just gone back to KSP1 because it's a really good game. It's very refined. Whilst flying, I think we've got whilst flying already, haven't we? You know what I didn't do? I didn't do an EVA report whilst I was in space. Technically you can, I believe, yeah, you can EVA whilst the parachutes are on. EVA report. Whilst flying, not many people can say that they got out of their ship whilst they were flying. Just like that. So as you see, there's a lot of like spamming tests just to make sure that you've got every last bit of science. See 1.6 on the mystery group. Oh, we haven't done a temperature. Or a pressure. Whilst flying. close that. Ooh, we should land in the water. Oh, I forgot to do the parachutes. Oh well. That kind of answers your question that this lot is lighter than that crew module because we're only doing 2.9. Got the parachute. 3.1. 0.2 of a meter per second. I wonder what would happen if I got drogue. Absolutely nothing. 4 is too many as it turns out. But you know, you can never be too slow to land. Safety first. Alright. Do that. The material study. There's another 10. We'll do an EVA. Do an EVA report. Take data. Board. Crew report. Keep. See. Oh, we don't have any mystery left actually, do we? Do have a log pressure data. Keep that one. Log temperature data. Keep that one. Let's see if we can. Is this probably too far away? Yeah, it's too far away. We'll recover. And there you go. So basically, the grindiness of it is that you want to be aiming for new biomes every time you land, and then you can get them little bits. So we had 100 science on that flight, so we got 180 next. There we go. Also our scientists, so then what we do is you come into here. Oh yeah, sorry, I went a bit quick there, didn't explain what I was doing today. So in order to swap back to your other ship, you go to the Space Center, tracking station, sorry, which is here. And then, at the minute, we're alright, there's only one ship, but these can get quite full once you've got quite a few, like, orbital stations and stuff like that later on. That's it. Just go to retrograde. And then, let's deorbit ourselves. Didn't do. Let's check to see where we're going to deorbit. That'll do. I think this is, not sure we've been here in terms of biomes. Don't want to go too far. Here we go. Incoming for another landing. I appreciate this video is probably getting longer, there's a lot of landing and a lot of parachute time, so by all means, skip to the next episode. I'll just turn the RCS on, because last time we nearly lost it. I'm trying to do everything as fast as I can. We're coming in at 4 times speed. Drug shoots, turn the RCS off, turn the RCS off. Parachutes. Let's adjust these whilst I forget. Before I forget. I'm now going to play around with how low can you go. Like, if I set them to 300, are we just going to smash into the floor? Yes, we've got drug shoots, we're already down to 28, aren't we? Oh. You think, oh, it's opened at 700, even though it's opened to 400. But again, back to the terrain height. And that's where the one is running off. So that's basically it for this episode once we land. Oh dear, that was lucky. Thought for a second we were going to roll down the hill. Oh, actually, that's already been used, isn't it? Oh, because he can't redo it, can he? So when you get later on, you get a 3-person crew module, which is great, because then you can always have a scientist with you. You don't have to carry like lots and lots of science experiments. And then you get to the stage where you get the science module, which is like the bit where the crew go, and that you don't even have to get out, it just automatically resets the experiments. That's when you get to like orbital stations and stuff like that. And that's it. So what we'll do now is I'll end the video there for today, and then we will see you in the next one. If you like the video, if you're still here and didn't skip when I told you to, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you.